Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Muslim Council of Hong Kong's Ramadan Reminder. Today's topic is on Sabr. The word Sabr comes from the root word sabara, which means to tie up. In other words, this means restraining our nafs so that we do not lose our hold over it. The word patience, often used to translate sabr, may evoke a notion of passive compliance or even total inaction. Sabr, however, encompasses states of perseverance, endurance, and great fortitude. It is an active and a dynamic state in which we are proactively and deliberately striving to purify our nafs. With sabr, its virtue is in what outwardly appears to be inaction. For example, restraining our tongue in a moment of anger, withholding our reactions in an upsetting situation, turning our inner selves away from the things it desires, and holding our nafs back and tranquilizing it with the remembrance of Allah. With all these mentioned, sabr can be hard to exercise at times. So that is one of the many benefits of Ramadan, for us to learn to practice, to master it. Prophet Muhammad mentioned about fasting is half of sabr. And that is why when Allah mentioned in Surah Baqarah, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا استعينوا بالصبر والصلاة إن الله مع الصابرين. Seek help through patience and prayers. Right? The patience here, many mufassirs, commentators of the Quran, such as Mujahid, Al-Qutubi, Ibn Kathir, all mention about that the word sabr here in this ayah actually refers to fasting, due to the fact that sabr is required when one is fasting. Ibn Qudama even went on to mention about sabr has been mentioned over 90 times in the Quran, and whenever it is mentioned, it is linked to the attainment of the highest ranks and great rewards. And that actually makes sense when you think about it. Nobody in human history has ever attained anything good, be it Muslims or non-Muslims, have attained them except through sabr. And for that very reason, generally all good deeds are multiplied 10 to 700 times, with one single exception, and that is the reward for sabr. Allah mentioned in Surah Al-Zumar, verse 10, say, O my servant who have believed, fear your Lord, for those who do good in this world is good, and the earth of Allah is spacious. إِنَّمَا يُوَفَّى الصَّابِرُونَ أَجْرَهُمْ بِغَيْرِ الْحِسَابِ. Indeed, the patient will be given their reward without any account. This is a kind of reward where angels who are responsible for your book of good deeds won't even know how to write down its reward. Well, Allah's Messenger Rasulullah mentioned in the Hadith Qudsi, on the authority of Abu Hurairah, collected in Sahih Muslim, mentioned about every deed of the son of Adam will be multiplied between 10 and 700 times. Allah, may He be glorified and exalted, mentioned, except fasting. It is for me and I shall reward for it. He gives up his desires and food for my sake. A reward that only Allah would reward you with personally. And so that is the reason why Rasulullah mentioned also that there is no better gift than patience. So that's why Ramadan is the great opportunity for us to exercise and practice this patience through withholding ourselves with desires that were readily available to us. Right? And I will end with one quote by Ibn Qayyim, rahimahullah, mentioned about, O you who are patient, bear a little more just a little more remains. جزاكم الله خيرا. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.